You may have heard Call of Duty players discussing geofencing, especially in relation to skill-based matchmaking, challenging lobbies, and playing across different regions. But what is a geofence? How does it work? And can it enhance your Call of Duty experience? Let's break it down. In everyday tech, a geofence is a virtual boundary around a real-world location. In Call of Duty, it creates a virtual boundary around the game server locations your computer can connect to. Call of Duty has data centers worldwide. When you search for a match, the game evaluates available servers and decides where to place you, often without your control. You might connect to a nearby server one game and a different one the next. Factors like player availability, connection quality, and matchmaking time influence this decision. A geofence changes this by limiting which server regions are accessible. For instance, you could allow servers in a specific country. If the game tries to connect you to a server outside that area, the geofence blocks it, forcing the game to find a server within your selected region. On a Windows PC, this is achieved using network and firewall rules. The software monitors Call of Duty's network activity and applies rules to control which game server addresses the application can access. Think of it as a security guard at a door with an approved guest list. If the game tries to connect to an approved server, the connection is allowed. If it tries to connect to a server outside your selected region, the connection is denied. This doesn't change your PC's physical location, meaning distance still matters. If you live in Europe and force the game to use a server far away, your ping will likely be higher due to the longer travel distance for gameplay data. A geofence cannot defy the laws of physics. It may also lengthen matchmaking times. By blocking many servers, you reduce the options for finding a suitable match. In less popular modes, or during quiet times, you may need to wait longer or adjust your selected region. The main advantage is control. Some players want to avoid data centers, where they frequently experience packet loss or inconsistent connections. Others use geofencing to explore different regional player populations. A lobby in a busy region during peak hours can feel very different from one in another region during quieter times. However, a geofence cannot disable skill-based matchmaking or guarantee an easy lobby. Call of Duty's matchmaking system still makes the final decisions, and its behavior can change with updates. A geofence limits the selection of game servers available to that system. By changing the available region, you may encounter a different mix of players and potentially a different overall lobby experience. Results can vary based on your location, selected region, game mode, time of day, and the number of players searching. One option designed specifically for Call of Duty is the geofence included with Sbmmoff. This software for Windows PC offers 9 geofence locations to choose from. After installation, select the Call of Duty executable file so the geofence knows which application traffic to control. Then, choose a geofence region before starting the game and searching for a match. Since it relies on Windows firewall rules, Windows Defender Firewall must remain on. Third-party security software may interfere with the geofence. The geofence can be used independently from the Sbmmoff matchmaking VPN, allowing you to test each feature separately. The distinction is crucial. The matchmaking VPN routes selected traffic through another location, while the geofence controls which actual Call of Duty server regions your PC can join. One affects the apparent location used during matchmaking, the other restricts the final server locations available to the game. Sbmmoff combines both options in one application, providing players more ways to experiment with their matchmaking setup. Just remember, the person using the geofence should generally host the party, and selecting a distant or quiet region may lead to higher ping or longer search times. A geofence is not a magic switch for guaranteed bot lobbies. It's a tool that gives you more control over what Call of Duty usually decides automatically, the region where your matches are hosted. Used wisely, it can help you avoid unwanted server locations, test different regions, and potentially discover a more varied matchmaking experience.